am back now. Everyone should be able to hear me. I'm actually going to go back to our own stream now instead of the Hope stream. So I hope everyone hears me. If you can't hear me out there, please let me know. Doing a sound test now. So I hope everyone hears me. So sorry for canceling mid-stream. We normally don't do that because they decided to use Zoom instead of something else that makes more sense. To make sure that the audio and video comes through, I wanted to, they recommended canceling the OBS, so that's why this is going to basically be a two-parter. And I was also really hungry, so I made myself a light Caesar salad, which at one point I literally had a pepper disaster. So there is way too much pepper in the salad, but I'm hungry, so I'm eating it. Also, there's actually going to be a bunch of stuff we're going to do on the stream in a moment. So, normally I am going to work out after the stream, but I will give you a hint. If nothing truly happens on Wednesday and I have to double check the schedule, you might actually see me work out on the stream, which will be really funny. Because I've been losing weight, building my body back up to health, all that jazz. I'm just being a fat ass here eating the salad. If anyone has any comments in the chat about Hope so far, let me know, because I've been mostly enjoying myself. This is such a casual Hope. Like, this is actually something that people worried about with DEFCON, in which that all the online cons are basically lobby cons right now. Let's look at what's going on in the Riot chat. Someone asked, can the next talk be about where we get that background video? There's this dude who had like a psychedelic crazy background video. That was hilarious. Like, he was basically in the Gibson. That's just amazing. Because what we're going to do is, let's go to the Hope scheduling. There's the schedule. See, this is why we talk about our guide here that we have on our blog. It's Monday. Around at 4 o'clock, we're going to actually go into Bia's talk here. Sorry, her workshop. Tuesday, let's see. There's really nothing going on Tuesday. So let's see, after the keynote, I think during this is probably we're going to be doing the most amount of like, hey, let's check out like other stuff. Like, I actually might go into the lockpicking early, so 11 to 12, then we'll fart around for a bit and then watch the keynote and end. Wednesday, let's see, I'm definitely entering the Cobalt CTF. I might stream the entire Cobalt CTF, so we'll see how that goes. Then we might fart around for a bit here and then watch the next keynote. And then we'll look at Tech Learning Collective's phishing attack thing probably, because I've seen their talk before in person, like in real life, face to face before COVID, and it's really awesome. And then Thursday, what we might do is we might that's when we might go into like bypass. We're definitely checking out Tiffany Rad's keynote here. So what we do is we might do bypassing and then go into Tiffany Rad's talk. And I want to actually also see what happens after that talk, which is about law enforcement breaches. That should be kind of interesting. I haven't checked any of the concerts yet because I do want to. There's like a thing that's going to, I think, happen this weekend. Yeah, the extraterrestrial thing. So Friday is going to be the most insane because we're going to watch this keynote, and we're also going to partially be in the Telnet, the Python plus Telnet workshop, and then we're gonna watch this crazy art presentation going on. And then we might fart around a bit and then do the password cracking thing, which I might do privately myself. Again, that's another tech learning collective thing. They're really good with this type of stuff. Let's see what else is around here. We'll probably stream early and watch the Asks EFF and then go directly into the keynote. And then fart around a little bit there. We might go into restraints on Saturday. And then Sunday, and obviously we're going to peek in and out of Radio Statler at different points. And then the last day, I want to definitely watch the tractor hacking thing. Then we'll watch Cindy's thing. Then we'll watch the lightning talks. And then we'll fart around, watch maybe the last thing about Hope, and then we will be good. So I think that's what the schedule basically looks like. So basically we're going to eat. I'm going to try to check out something that I want to check out before. And then we're going to do the Bia's course. I'm also supposed to technically, and let me look back at that workshops again. I'm supposed to be in a course that I think is over now. Yeah, it's unfortunately over now. I might use it partially for Bia's thing because I was booting up. Basically, I was trying to boot up Parrot in time, and I don't think that workshop's recorded, so I feel bad now. But yeah, so yeah, her thing is she wants VirtualBox and Ubuntu server. We might set that up in a moment, so we'll see how that goes because we do have a VM machine at least running on this, so, and 1 gig of space. So I'll look. Oh, there's the direct download. Perfect. So I'll look into that in a bit after we eat. The other thing I want to do is today is National New Jersey Day, so yay. And I know I was originally going to stream my lightning talk along with presenting it, but that didn't work out. Ooh, that's spicy. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do the lightning talk again on the stream. Now all this stuff gets instantly, all the public streams get instantly archived to Internet Archive. As I make a mess of my face, but I wanted to do that for the first time now. Since I unfortunately missed this workshop, and this is a workshop I really wanted to do due to the calamity this morning, I want to look at some of the workshops here to see if there's another workshop that's similar to it that I might sign up for if I haven't signed up for it yet. See, the problem with the USB stuff is that you also need Arduinos. I thought it would just be flat USB, but apparently not. So let's see, Governance MD. Might go into COVID with botnets. I think I already signed up for that, but I'll re-sign up for that just in case. The portable scent thing I definitely want to do. Yeah, unfortunately, see, that was the thing. I was really excited to get a workshop about, like, attack vectors, you know, because while I've done some of the things in there, I'm not, like, a professional at it. You know, like SQL injections and stuff like that. So I really wanted to sit down and learn it. But we had a calamity this morning, so I missed the entire goddamn thing. Because I had to stream, I had to do lightning talk, and then that was it. Oh, actually, after Tiffany Rad saying we'll watch the cops get hacked, and then we'll watch Cubes. I'm actually a fan of Cubes. Depending how long the stream goes, we also might watch the introduction to locksmithing, because, as they point out here, most hacker cons have like a lockpicking village, but a lot of them don't show, like, you know, I was talking about with professional locksmithers. So this is identifying key blanks and decoding keys, repinning, plug followers, disassembling and reassembling locks, repinning, all that sort of stuff, which I know how to do. Tool New Jersey, which I'm part of, actually gave a really good workshop about that. I'm a future master of unlocking when I have actual tools, because I'll have actual money. I'll show that off. That's a whole other topic for another time. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not because I hate it. It's just, you know, it's just there. PCB design, Apache Beam. I'm already doing the Python. Watching the password crackers. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's any offensive workshops, which makes me feel sad because again, I that was the workshop I really wanted to do for this whole thing. So I'm not gonna cause drama on air, but I'm just really disappointed I wasn't able to see that. I mean, some of it was definitely my fault. Like I had to put up the blog and I had to set up the stream and stuff. But I was hoping I'd be able to do it for at least 30 minutes, and then like there was a calamity I'm not gonna say on here that I wouldn't say it had nothing to do with computers because it had to do it with a piece of tech. But cybersecurity and clown, what the heck is this? Charlie Chaplin. Da da da. Wants to. Okay, it's apparently a topic about pranksterism in the hacker scene. All right, that makes sense. Just that title confused me. Let's see, inventory management, playground. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's any offensive things there, and that was the one I really wanted to do because I already missed the offensive. Let's see here. Da-da-da. Yeah, because originally on Saturday I missed the uh, attack matrix and the honeypot workshop because we were doing the setup. I overslept that day, so I was streaming. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. The next day, what was it? I missed the securing web apps because we were streaming, and so I'm like, okay, so Monday I'm definitely gonna wake up early, and I did to do the introduction to attack techniques, and it's basically you use mmap, metasploit, and armitage, and you can buffer overflows, packet crafting, command injection, SQL. I've done some of these, like I've done like maybe 2 SQL injections in my life. I've used mmap and msploit multiple times, but honestly, I've been so busy doing DEFCON 201 stuff, especially now, because it's Ultimate Hacker Summer Camp month, that I would have loved to do this workshop just to like brush up my skills on everything. Now, the cool thing is that there is a website to access the workshop materials, so that might have some guidelines, so I might be able to do that later, and we actually might be able to do that on air. I'll actually open the thing for that, but I'm really disappointed. It was a 4-hour course. I figured, 4 hours would be plenty of time before I have to stream. It'll literally give me it'll give me an hour before I have to stream, and just everything I ate all this time here. So I'm going to stop complaining. Move all the way over here. As you can see, that's the other reason I wanted to learn it, because this is someone who like works for the government, so I was kind of interested to see what their perspective is on this. And I'll just put this banner up, finish the rest of the salad, quickly do the my lightning talk again, but like slower, so it's going to be less of a lightning talk. I'm going to show what I've been doing on the other laptop in the background that was supposed to be for the workshop, and then we might check out a village or something. I think we're probably going to be checking out villages tomorrow, so we'll see. Because there's really a lot of nothing going tomorrow in terms of my taste and interest, so instead you get to watch me sexily eat. Just shoving greens and croutons in my mouth, which is like the content you signed up for at DEFCON 201, so I apologize in advance. Well, I'm almost done. It's just, I knew I was going to be really hungry today. I mean, I'm already really thirsty. I've already gone through 3 glasses of water. I'm going to refill this and put some ice cubes in it. I shouldn't really talk while I eat, because you guys probably can't understand me. This is the high quality DEFCON 201 content that people subscribe to. So, I'm going to go AFK for a couple of seconds, clean myself up, refill this glass of water, and we'll go check out more Hope. So, let's see what happens. we were back. For some reason, that transition never goes well from AFK to mainstream. I wonder why. And maybe I have to do something with like video or whatever. But yeah, so I thought the first thing I'd do before I show you what's going on at the other computer, and that should be enough time before Bia's class starts, is I'm going to go in here and actually let me load up another browser here because I'm going to need to go into that soon. Yeah, it definitely did. God damn it, I hate when this happens. Let me double check something. Did it remember? No, I didn't remember. I hate this. This is what happens when you get a browser that's too secure. Basically, you have to log in again, and basically any of the other logins, I'd have to move some files around to open some passwords. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just literally going to cross my fingers and hope nothing too fancy happens like what happened on last stream. Because that was, if I didn't have those open, that would have been a whole ordeal. So, you know, there's all of that. Anyhow, so what I want to do is I actually want to go over my lightning talk sans the introduction, but kind of go over my actual notes here and see, because I can load this as a browser resource, I can actually read my notes and you guys aren't going to be obstructed. So just as a quick recap, my name is Side Pocket. I am one of the people who, I'm one of the co-founders of DEFCON 201. We are a North New Jersey hacking group located in Jersey City, New Jersey, and we normally meet third Friday every month. Because of COVID, not only have we been live streaming our meetups, but we've also been doing shows on various topics just to keep everyone going, interested, and involved. If you want to know more about us, you can go to defcon21.org that you see down here on the live stream, or to the right of that, we have a bunch of social media. You can follow us at defcon201nj on Twitter, and for like GitHub and Instagram, we're at just defcon201. And so that's kind of me there. One of the things we've been doing is we've been posting, and actually, give me 1 second. I want to grab my phone. Oh, my phone's right here. See, I'm like way too smart for my own good, because I just wanted to check up on some things while I ramble about this. And actually, what I should do is, you know what? I'm actually, because that's going to be on the, what do you call it? The Internet Archive, Jesus, later, I'm actually going to, I was originally going to post a, hey, we're live streaming right now thing on Instagram, but instead I'm just going to post like a, hey, you know, we were live streaming, but we want to point out that there was a lightning talk. Here's the link to the lightning talk, that sort of thing. So I'll do that after this stream, which should be around like 5 p.m. I think. I just want to switch profile identities here. And I actually forgot to do the day 2 reaction live stream. There's not really much to talk about, so we're going to skip that day. Today is a non-day. Today is just kind of a hang back and have fun and do an actual workshop day. And what I'm going to do instead is we're going to have like a, you know, we're going to do like a day 4 tomorrow sort of thing. So that should be amusing. Just checking up on some quick social media things. Telling people, you know, hey, I'm live streaming right now, so like leave me the heck alone, that sort of stuff. So yeah, one of the things that we've been doing, if you go to our website and you click on news, that brings you to our blog. And in our blog, we've been creating guides for all the conventions going on this month. Obviously, we started off with Hope. Unfortunately, we missed one convention. I might sneak that in at a future thing. But yeah, we are doing, it's now 8 guides for all these different conventions. Right now we have Hope 2020, which basically puts all the, like, here's all the keynotes, and here's some of the workshops that we like and are interested in, and some of the villages, like the Lockpicking Village, the Cyberpunk Now Festival, the Anarchist Village, which we might check out later, Dim Sum Labs, things like that. Hopefully later on, we'll attempt later on, probably on Thursday or something, to contact the RF Village. And the new one that we just posted today is RightsCon, which we actually found out through the EFF. That's run by the people at Access Now. And basically it talks about, you know, all the stuff we talk about with like privacy and security and Sesta Fosta, Earn-It, COPPA, things like that, all like the ways we're being censored and anti-net neutrality and stuff like that. That's what this conference covers. It's happening Monday through Friday, so that's July 27th to the 31st. all day. They have people globally from everywhere. We can actually watch, which we might do in a bit, watch pieces of it on YouTube. And they also are on social media. We're going to be interacting with them. And the big thing about the con is they're not just here to talk about problems. They're also here to solve problems. So they actually have a bunch of things for people to do online, help with stuff such as stop, basically, Ethiopia is kind of going through what we're going through right now on Facebook, which is it's just a bunch of boomers and they're just sharing just like obvious bad non-information. That's not true, but because the age range here is like, hey, it's on the internet, so it must be real, which is why I was growing up to not do. But basically, they're having a petition against Facebook for that. You can also subscribe and look in, which we might later or maybe tomorrow. Kill Switch, which is a podcast that talks about government, internet and technology, government shutdowns and buyouts and things like that. They're standing, once again, Egypt is going crazy. We have the hashtag Free Allah that's going on, so you can share that all over everywhere on social media to stand up with Egypt, and it's becoming more fascist since COVID-19, just like our country. And then they have a bunch of different activities and games to help upgrade your security, or digital security. And again, like I said, we found this out through the EFF because we're an Electronic Frontier Alliance organization. The EFF is going to be present not only at Hope, but a lot of stuff at RightsCon. And here are some of the virtual talks and workshops and stuff that is going to be covered. In fact, let me check what day it is today. Yeah. So it seems like all their stuff, most of their stuff happens, I think, on the 30th, I think. It starts on the 29th. So when their stuff goes on, we might bring up RightsCon during some of the future streams and check out some of the stuff the EFF is doing. But we have the 2 guides for that. In the next couple of days, we're going to have a guide for the online stuff with Black Hat USA, which I have to remind, you have to spend a couple $1,000s to access the briefings, basically the online presentations. Everything else about Black Hat is free this year. So the business seminar, the online parties, the arsenal, the sponsorship stuff, the different SIGs, all of them are online for free. I don't know if you still can, but if you go on, at least it's been like this for months, you can go on and register for free. I did that months ago. I keep spreading that. So if you've ever were just curious about Black Hat, and because there's no physical Black Hat this year, you can't break into it like a bunch of my friends do, that's an option right there. And then we're going to cover Ring Zero, which is this they're going to debate this year. It's this whole interesting thing of workshops, but unfortunately, everything canceled out, so they put everything online. So next year they'll probably be physical. We're going to go into probably the big one, which I have direct involvement with, which is DEFCON Safe Mode. That's enough said. That's probably going to be the biggest post out of here, because what is this? As a 7-minute read, I think the Hope one's a 15-minute read. That one's probably going to be like get a sandwich. You're going to be here for half an hour to read through all of it. Then the new con that we found out is the Usenex convention, which talks about a lot of security stuff. And then during our meetup, which I'm also putting together, I keep forgetting we have that. That's gonna happen this month on the 17th. Sorry, not 17th. That's last month. On the 21st. So it's actually gonna happen real soon. Not only is there going to be the Diane Initiative, which is this awesome InfoSec conference that really focuses on the role of women of any different background and gender background, but it focuses on people who identify as women. But also, which is our part 8, the Google CTF is going on, and we're going to compete again that year to not only improve our skills, but also to kind of see what a CTF is like, because we're building our own CTF eventually, and also it's just a fun thing to do on the internet. So we're going to be making a lot of guides. So right now we have check out RightsCon. It's happening right now during Hope. And if you ever get confused at Hope, we have an entire guide for hackers on planet Earth. And we're going to be creating 6 more guides, because that's Ultimate Hacker Summer Camp. Like originally it was supposed to be like Hope, Black Hat, B-Sides, DEFCON, End. And Diane Initiative and QueerCon and those things sprinkled in. But ironically with COVID, just like there's now even more stuff, and it's now happening for an entire week. So that's just like killing us. We actually have 5 minutes before Bia's workshop. I'm just gonna write to this person, keep me posted. I'm actually going to go quickly onto the Riot chat, and I'm gonna bring my laptop over to show you what I was originally gonna be doing for the workshop. Hopefully when I unplug this, the computer won't freak out. There we go. And I'm gonna make myself huge again, and you're gonna see what I've been doing. So, I want to expand on this more in the future. That was actually one of my 2000 goals before COVID hit and ruined everything. But basically, I know a lot of people use VMs, but I still find the value of putting operations on operating systems on USB sticks. And this is honestly, I don't want to sound like a shill. This is actually one of my favorite, if not the favorite, security operating system in terms of like penetration testing and doing hacking stuff. This is known as Parrot OS. I'm still doing updates on it, so hopefully it's not going to crash. So I think that worked. Let's go back to updating and upgrading it. So now when I do the updates, all the updates should properly. Well, let's try upgrading it and see if anything changed. Let's see. So it's okay. So I think unfortunately that didn't work, but hopefully everything will work because I'm actually running something that's 1.2 versions behind on this really cheap micro sensor stick. And so I've actually been getting stuck with the updates and upgrades. So now we're going to auto remove, see if anything happens there. Okay, so there is a dependency hell. I'm probably going to end up, which is going to drive me crazy, reflashing this stick. Not only to Parrot, but the main thing that I conquered with this Parrot stick is that it actually has a persistence on it that's encrypted. So a good thing is that I didn't really do much with that. So I technically don't mind doing it. It's just setting up that encryption persistence is a big pain in the butt. Like doing the persistence in the first place is annoying, but just that is a big pain in the butt. And I guess want to quickly show off Parrot for a minute or two here. We're going to see if everything works, because if everything works, Firefox should just load. No. It comes with a very bare bones Firefox. Now I do have, which I featured at the Pros versus Joes CTF talks, what I like to call a red team version of Firefox, or what I jokingly call the assault browser, like the way people say assault rifle. And it will literally chew through everything. It's an OSINT recon script injecting nightmare version of Firefox that like not only apparently legit scared the pros on the Pros versus Joe's team, but from what I heard, a bunch of people, because I'm going to eventually make a blog post about how to build it. That will probably be after the guide, so like 2 weeks from now. But what essentially happened is I heard that they were a bunch of the different team members from the different teams that were competing wrote down some of the extensions and modifications I did in Firefox and loaded them in. And so that nightmare end bit where it was like a free-for-all and like everyone was just scoring a jillion points, apparently a lot of those web hack techniques came from some of the extensions and modifications they took from my talk. So that was just them using like 3, 5, 7 different modifications. This is 20 modifications that I normally do in Firefox. So I can show that right now. What I really like about Parrot is that, and Jack's probably going to run in and try to kill me when I say this, but in my opinion, and yeah, I just heard him move, they have a similar philosophy, one piece of similar philosophy to Ninja OS, where while I feel that Kali is a competent, and obviously it's a widely popular standard for getting like an all-in-one penetration testing ISO, even though it's not the only one out there, I feel that that's the only thing it does. Like if you just want to load a video file or do some film editing or website browsing, Kali like absolutely fails at that. It's really just there for the tools. It's kind of like Black Arch in the same way, where it's really there for the tools. What I like about Parrot is not only do they have a home edition with some of the security tools, mainly some of the blue teaming tools, but it's really competent as an out of package. Now, obviously, only they offer Libre Math, so you'd have to expand. I think that unless it's in Office. I think it's in Office. Yeah. So like you go in here and they have all the Libre stuff immediately installed. They have really good internet. They have Clause Mails as the default instead of Thunderbird. You have Tor built in, Hex Chats built in, Onion Share, Ricochet. I think they removed that the future version. They also have a direct app for managing Firefox profiles directly as a GUI. They have all the different art tools.
VLCs pre-built in and all these different mediums. They have one little chess game. We're going to get to that in a moment. They have a bunch of programmer stuff, including VS Codium built in, some system, really nice system tools, including Direct Root. Accessories. They use Pluma as their text editor, which I actually like, and stuff like that. But they have two interesting things here. First of all, they have this thing called a non-surf, where when you turn it on, what it will do is it will pipe everything. It's going to kill my browser. Oh, wait, it's going to kill my power here. Sorry, my browser. Well, it should have killed my browser. I hit the wrong button, basically. Actually, what I'm going to... Let's wait for it to load. Take a minute, and then we're going to go into Bia's workshop. I'm actually going to cancel it right there. Let's try that again. So if we do a non-surf start, I'm going to click yes. It's going to clean up. I'm going to start all of that. And we're on. So I'm not loading it right now, but actually I could probably quickly load it right now. Let's try this. This should work. I think this works, but let's try this. So we're going to do Tor. And unfortunately, the default, because it's super default Firefox, is Google, but I don't mind because this is, as soon as I pull this out, all the memories are erased. This is a live OS right now. So Tor check. Let's see what comes up. Probably going to say we're not... Yep. It says, congratulations, this browser is using Tor. It's piping everything through Tor, and when it can, it also it basically dual pipes, depending on the data between Tor and I2P automatically. It does that for the entire system all the way at the OS level. So that's what I like about a non-surf. And then when you go into what's now the pen testing folder, you have a crap ton of tools for doing a lot of stuff. You have like really common tools that people use, OSED information gathering of all types with so many different subfolders, including the big ones like Wireshark, ReconNG, ZMap, which is the GUI version of Nmap. You have different vertibility assessing tools. This is literally like a giant Swiss Army comics. It's WebScarab. It's like literally Metasploit, which is a good one. There's even IVP6 tools. It has a great list. There's even some tools. I mean, there's some tools that are Kali that aren't here, but there's a bunch that is the other way around where it has unique tools, and it's the only one I can think of that has built-in car tools for CAN bus stuff like Kayak and all of these individual tools. The ISOT series, that's kind of neat. It has reverse engineering, basically any form of like base hacking you could think of. And if you can't find it here, you can search, because I think it has BetterCap pre-installed. Yep, it has BetterCap pre-installed right here. So it's just a really great Swiss Army knife, and I was going to do that again for my and I believe I can just pull this stick out, and it's just going to boot back to my current thing, because honestly I have to reflash the stick anyhow. So I actually think it's now still in memory mode. So I'm just going to power down here. So yeah, once this computer turns on, it's going to forget that exists. So I have to reflash the card again and do the encrypted persistence again, because I know in the 8-point version of Parrot, there was like a bug that basically wouldn't allow it to actually upgrade. So I have to basically reflash it, and apparently that issue is currently gone. So now that we wasted enough time here, let's attempt to go into Bia's course. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to go here and... Yep, I should have the link here, because they're going to be using Big Blue Button. I don't know why they're not using Big Blue Button for the streams. That part confuses me. I'll do this talk later. And so we might also just be like really fast, like whatchamacallit. We might be really fast, like doing some of these prerequisites here. Let me actually pop that out as its own thing. Go back. Big Blue Button, that's my name, join, and I know Bia is also streaming it somewhere, but I really want to try Hope's system here, so we're going to find out what's going on. I'm going to turn the desktop stuff on here again. There we go. What did I just do? Let's do listen only.
So I think we're just waiting for her to start here, possibly. This is the first time I haven't used Big Blue Button in a while, but hopefully we eventually would like to run our own Big Blue Button. It's really good. Basically, it scales
All
down.
right, yeah, it's all on you now. Thank you so much for hosting this workshop. Thank you everyone else for coming and participating. Have a good one. Enjoy it.
Okay, thank you.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this works. Okay.
To start the YouTube video, you can click on the plus on the lower left.
Yep, okay. Let's see.
There's a plus there, take action. And then you should be start external video. Do you see?
Yep, I see. Okay, but before I start, I just wanted to mention that you should have downloaded and installed VirtualBox before this. And if you haven't, you should do it now before we actually get to doing stuff. And make sure you have downloaded the Ubuntu 18.04 server.
I'll post those links in the shared notes.
Okay, you good? Here we go. Should we just start? Okay, and here.
Hey skeletons and their owners, it's me, Via Scilab, ready to teach you how to build your own home lab. But first, who am I? I'm a 13-year-old girl. I was the youngest speaker at Hope. Hope is one of the oldest hacker conferences.
Ah.
3-time speaker.
Her volume is really low. I'll correct that in a moment.
The voting village and the biohacking village.
I'm just trying to. I hate the scaling system on this. There we go.
At DEFCON in Romania. I am the founder and CEO of Girls Who Hack. Their motto is teaching girls the skills of hacking so that they can change the future. I provide physical and virtual lessons to any girl who wants to start her journey in cybersecurity. I am a maker and a hacker, and my election hacking was highlighted at a congressional hearing on election security. So let's get started. So why build a home lab anyway? Well, you don't have to use your family's computer. You can start a project, leave it that way, go to soccer practice, and come back and continue. You can set up special network situations for any project you're working on, and no one else will mess with your stuff. You need a dedicated space. It can be just a desk in your room. It can be in the attic, the basement, your bedroom, the garage, anywhere you have a little bit of free space. Here are the things
I'm installing the VirtualBox, and then I'm going to raise the volume on this. Like, I have the VirtualBox. I just want to install the actual ISO.
Your computer to talk to other computers and the internet. You can get a used one from a garage sale, from your family, friends, or eBay. You'll also need a switch. A switch tells all the little tiny packages of data or packets where to go. You'll need to get a switch if your router doesn't have one built in already. You can either get a managed or an unmanaged switch. A managed one lets you do cool stuff like VLANs and packet captures, whereas an unmanaged one just lets you send packets. So how do you even get all this stuff? You can ask your parents' IT department at their work. Companies usually just throw away old computers and laptops.
Alright, let's try to adjust the audio here.
You can get things from garage sales. My neighbor found
Oh, wow. That was
an
reverb.
laptop,
Alright, let's go back to here and
and
adjust
they'll
this.
use it all the time to play games on. And you can always ask other hackers. Most of them just want to help out the next generation. Do you want a physical or a virtual lab? A physical lab is where you have old computers running lab software. A virtual lab is where the software runs on a virtual machine. Physical. For a physical lab, you need to install the operating system and software on a physical machine. Now let's cover some pros and cons. Pros: it's less limitations on memory and processor power. It's easier for packet captures, and it has less complicated networking, so you don't have to worry about that. But cons: it takes up a lot of space, especially if you have more than 1 or 2 machines. It has difficult restore points. You can't just go back to an earlier snapshot. You have to restart everything if you mess up. And it's hard to move around. If you decide to go travel or go on vacation or go somewhere, it's pretty hard to carry around a bunch of machines and laptops. Now, virtual. What is a virtual machine, you may ask? It's a computer that runs inside your computer. It's just turtles all the way down. Parts of a virtual machine application. There's the host machine, which is your computer or your laptop. Then there's the hypervisor. This application controls all of the virtual machines. It controls their starting and stopping, their memory and processor, their storage and network, and it can only run as many virtual machines as your host computer can handle. If you have just some resources, you can't give it all the way to every single virtual machine, or else you have nothing for your host computer to run on. So don't forget, leave resources for your host to run, or else it's just going to freeze. Now for the pros and cons. Pros: you can use it on your normal laptop, and it allows you to run a lot of machines on just one computer. And it's very, very portable, so if you decide to go on vacation or go somewhere, you only need to take one laptop instead of a bunch. Cons: you're limited by your computer's memory and processor core. Like I said before, there's only so much it can give to all of the virtual machines. And it has very complicated networking. I know what you're thinking. Well, Bia, should I do physical or virtual? Well, why not both? On the left is Alice, connecting to her router wirelessly. She is running a couple of VMs on an old tower and Windows XP on an old laptop. So now let's install a virtual machine. You should have downloaded and installed VirtualBox, and you should have downloaded Ubuntu 18.04. Now here are some cool Ubuntu facts. Ubuntu runs many of the servers on the internet. 18 is the year of the release, and 04 is the month of the release. Okay, now we're going to open up VirtualBox. After we open
I'm going to give you all a second just to get VirtualBox launched, and then I'll just continue the video.
That was loud. Which is what we have. We actually have a ton of RAM, so this will be interesting because honestly, I'm a VirtualBox basically a noob, so this class is something that I'm actually really excited for. So, yay! I'm very much a burn stuff to a USB or a CD or a floppy type person. I usually don't use virtualization, so this is actually making me really excited. Not in that way. I'm excited for learning VirtualBox and doing what the Overlord has said.
I think we need to press play.
Okay, so I paused it so that people could
The
just
video was really
open up a VirtualBox, but I'll
loud,
just
so
press
I might
play
be
again
adjusting
and we
back and
can
forth.
continue.
Oh, sorry.
that up, we're going to click on the little round star blue thing that says new and create our own virtual machine. Next, we need to name the operating system. We're going to name it Juice. And for the type, we're going to choose Linux. And as for the version, we're going to use Ubuntu 64-bit. Then press Next. Now for the memory size. Give it about 1024 megabytes. When you're done with that, click Next. Now we're going to choose Create Virtual Hard Disk Now, and we're going to click on Create. We're going to make sure it's VDI. Now we're going to choose Dynamically Allocated and Next. Then we're going to name it Juice again. Then we're going to give it 28 gigabytes and create. And ta-da! You have a virtual machine. What's in this virtual machine? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! So let's add an operating system. What is an operating system? An operating system is a program that controls and manages all
I think they paused everyone to get caught.
Okay, so I've gotten a few comments that the video isn't working. If the video isn't working for you, please type in the chat. Okay, so we're going to go get started again, and if something happens to this video, you can always just check it out on my site on girlswhohack.com later on after this class when I put it up there.
I have an error occurred. Please try again. Maybe we can restart the video and you can skip to where you were.
It is so
Maybe
loud.
that fixes
Why is the host so loud? He sounds like he lives in his nose, no offense.
Laptop, computer, smartwatch. You may have heard of some of these operating systems. Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So let's install.
We have now reached video lag.
Systems. Laptop, computer.
I might have to exit and rejoin the class. I'm gonna try that and cross your fingers.
Hey skeletons and their owners, it's me on the computer. What has an operating system? Your tablet, smartphone, laptop, computer, smartwatch. You may have heard of some of these operating systems. Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So let's install a server. A server is a computer designed to process requests and deliver data to another computer over the internet and a local network. We're going to be using Ubuntu 18.04, and that is a very popular Linux server. Much of the internet runs on Ubuntu, like I said earlier, and it has tons of support forums online. So if you're ever confused or want to learn more about it, there's a lot of information. Next, we're going to go and select storage. Inside of storage, we're going to go to Controller IDE, click on Empty, go to the little tiny disk over here, and choose Virtual Optical Disk File. We're going to select our Ubuntu 18.04 and open.
I'm already lost.
Now we're going to be port forwarding.
I
What are ports?
don't know.
Computers and
where the option
applications use ports to communicate with each other.
Gotta
For
go in there and
instance,
ask
when you
it.
go on a web page, it's typically on port 80 or port 443. 80 is unencrypted and 443 is the encrypted version. Your browser knows what port to go to based on the address you give it. Behind the scenes, it's connecting your computer to port 80
here it is.
or 443 on the web server. In your home lab, you may want to run multiple web servers. So you forward the port you
Wondering if I
want
can rewind
to
video
the web
slightly.
server. We're going to go and select Forums Online.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to repeat this because
So we're going to click on Network, Advanced. It's a very
I can't.
port forwarding, and here we go. You'll see this pop up, the port forwarding rules. We're going to add a new rule with the little plus sign over there. We're going to make the host port 3000 and the guest port also 3000.
Can't see.
Then we're going to hit OK. Now you'll pop up back here. So let's start our virtual machine. We're going to click on the little start arrow, and you'll see this pop up. For this section, we're going to be using the arrow keys, and to go quickly to done or continue, we're going to use the tab. And no, your mouse does not work, so don't try it.
Okay, I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to just catch up. Those of you with newer Macs, you may want to select scale to 200% to make it easier to see.
See, I'm like missing skips, and now I know for Big Blue Button, if you do YouTube's, the person on the participating end can't rewind unless the host actually rewinds. So literally, I'm like missing the options. Like I literally, when I was trying to figure out how she was getting in, because I didn't know that you had, for at least this Linux this version, you have to click on the settings wheel. It doesn't actually pop up as different settings when you select the operating system like she has on hers. So while I was trying to figure out storage, she was just explaining networking, and when I finally got to networking, I don't know where the heck she was. So I'm right now like really behind on this. Like if I do like display capture and bring it over, like that's where I am right now. Like I finally found the options for network and storage, but I had no idea what the heck she just said. So I guess I'm gonna have to watch this video later and catch up with everyone, because again, I'm extremely new at all this.
And choose.
Yeah, because it won't let me rewind. Ironically enough, I'm curious about something. I might find a weird hack.
Okay, now we're going to go get started again.
This will be really funny. Hang on.
Arrow.
Let's see if it'll let me do this.
And you'll see this
pop up.
Let's not do it.
For this section, we're going to be using the arrow keys, and to go quickly to done or continue, we're going to use the tab. And no, your mouse does not work, so don't try it. Right when it pops up, it's going to ask you, please select a language.
Okay, we're going to frequently pause this section just so people can follow along and catch up if needed.
So the bootleg way I'm eventually going to catch up is I actually, like, even though it's unlisted, I found
Right
the
when it
video
pops
URL.
up, it's going to ask you, please select a language.
What I'm actually going to
Highlight
do
English. Click on that.
is I'm actually going to mute
Go make sure everything's
her
set.
video, and I'm going to instead load up some video viewer, because unfortunately this does not have VLC installed, which I'm actually going to remedy right now. And I'm going to mirror my screen, and I can now go through her entire video because I just ripped the file. So actually, I'm not going to do it on here. Let me do it on the proper Chrome browser. This is hilarious. I just have to be a... yeah. There's a thing about Tyler where he never, Serso, where he never installs VCL because he personally, the way he uses Ubuntu and stuff, he's like, has a bad relationship with VCL. So, yeah. Let's see, downloads. See, now I'll be able to skip around. So I'm actually going to do this part, and then when she actually gets to the live portion, I should hopefully be all caught up. So let's install. I think this is like one of the most hilarious things I've ever done. I'm going to get rid of desktop audio just so that you can hear clearer. See, this is what happens. I get like frustrated and then like I end up solving problems. So I'm going to put this here, settings. As soon as this finishes installs, I'm going to do the mirror, and so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. hopefully. Oh, come on. There we go. Lower the volume down. Turn on desktop audio. I'm going to mute myself. But right before I do, what I'm going to do is turn on display capture. And now we're going to watch this, but on my own pace. So this is going to be really hilarious.
Hey skeletons and their owners, it's me, BSILab, ready to teach you how to build your own
Okay,
lab.
this takes a
But
while
first,
for it to install, so I'm just
who am
gonna
I? I'm a 13
give you guys a few
girl. I was
minutes
the
to
youngest
let your
speaker at
machines
Hope.
install.
Hope is one of
Apparently,
the
you still
oldest
get
hacker
the
conferences.
presentation
I made
audio. So let me attempt to mute the actual workshop, and then we will get into all of this. This is really funny. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go back to new tab, and because I already have the link, we will jump back into this workshop later. So I'm going back to new tab, and I'll just play the
Three-time
video.
speaker
I'm
at
gonna skip
DEFCON.
where we're supposed
I
to be.
turtles all the way down.
So let's see.
Now, it's a hacker that work for one thing.
Here we go.
We're gonna view thing.
So we got all this. Because that's the thing,
And
on the
ta-da!
Mac. So
You
it
have a
displays
virtual
in a
machine.
way that it doesn't do on Windows and
What's
Linux.
in
I've
this
seen
virtual
the
machine?
unbox on Linux and it doesn't display
Nothing!
like this.
Absolutely
So now I'm
nothing!
gonna follow what's
So,
going on,
let's
and
add
because
an
I'm also
operating
running this on
system.
VLC,
What
I can
is an
actually have
operating
proper
system?
volume levels.
An operating
So here I'm
system
going to
is
mute
a
myself. You
program
might
that
see it jump
controls
back and
manages
forth, but that's just
all
me
the
setting up.
hardware on the computer. What has an
Actually,
operating
now I'm
system?
curious about
Your
something
tablet,
else.
smartphone, laptop, computer, smartwatch. You may have heard of some of these operating systems: Windows, Mac OS, and Linux.
So I can't do VLC as its
A
own thing, so
server
we're just
is a
going to watch.
computer designed to process requests and deliver data to another computer over the internet and a local network. We're going to be using Ubuntu 18.04, and that is a very popular Linux server. Much of the internet runs on Ubuntu, like I said earlier, and it has tons of support forums online. So if you're ever confused or want to learn more about it, there's a lot of information. Next, we're going to go and select storage. Inside of storage, we're going to go to Controller IDE, click on Empty, go to the little tiny disk over here, and choose Virtual Optical Disk File. We're going to select our Ubuntu 18.04 and open. Now we're going to be port forwarding. What are ports? Computers and applications use ports to communicate with each other. For instance, when you go on a web page, it's typically on port 80 or port 443. 80 is unencrypted and 443 is the encrypted version. Your browser knows what port to go to based on the address you give it. Behind the scenes, it's connecting your computer to port 80 or 443 on the web server. In your home lab, you may want to run multiple web servers, so you forward the port you want to the web server itself. In our case, we will be using port 3000. So we're going to click on Network, Advanced, Port Forwarding, and here we go. You'll see this pop up. forwarding rules. We're going to add a new rule with the little plus sign over there. We're going to make the host port 3000 and the guest port also 3000. Then we're going to hit OK. Now you'll pop up back here. So let's start our virtual machine. We're going to click on the little start arrow, and you'll see this pop up. Guest port also.
So yeah, real quick, someone just said in chat, have you heard about the Earn It bill? Is it going to Congress next week? Supposedly, your opinion. We hate it. We support hack hustling and EFF and stuff, and we hate it. We're doing everything that we can in New Jersey here locally to fight it. We absolutely hate it. We want to see this bill to die. It's a successor to Sesta Fosta. It's going to reinforce COPPA even more ridiculously and bind the FCC's hands more around the throats of everybody. So just to know your thing, we hate it. I'm going to go back to the workshop. So here we go.
Also 3000. Then we're going to hit OK. Now you'll pop up back here. So let's start our virtual machine. We're going to click on the little start arrow, and you'll see this pop up. For this section, we're going to be using the arrow keys, and to go quickly to done or continue, we're going to use the tab. And no, your mouse does not work, so don't try it.
Okay.
Right when it pops up, it's going to ask you, please select a language. Highlight English.
So we're going to pause it here. It's currently doing all the stuff it needs to do with the daemons and install. I'm actually going to rehydrate here and be right back. Sorry, folks. I thought I'd quickly also wash my dirty hacker hands. Okay. But Jack fully closed the door. But now that I have water, we're going to continue.
from that, go make sure everything's still English. Select done. Now we're just going to leave this the way it is. Click done. We're not going to give it a proxy address, so done. This is going to be just a lot of clicking through dones. Done. Now we're going to use the entire disk now. Okay. Now we're going to use the entire disk now. Okay, done. Done. And here's the only time you really have to use your arrow keys. Instead of no, which is going to be automatically selected, just click the down arrow and select continue. Next, we're going to add our name, our server's name, a username, a password, and we're going to confirm our password. As for a name, add in your name or a name, like Alice Smith. We're going to add our server's name, which you can call it the Juice server. Pick a username like Alice. As for the password, pick something simple. For passwords, you usually want to do something super long and complicated, but for our virtual machine, it doesn't need to be that secure. So just pick something like Pizza Cat or Unicorn or something like that, something easy to remember. Make sure to write this down so you don't forget later on. Then confirm your password and select done. Done. Next, we're going to go down to done by pressing tab. Next, we're going to go down to done by pressing tab. And now we wait.
So I guess this is going to be the fun part here, where we're just going to wait it, do all these configurations and updates. It's actually probably going to happen faster than in the video because this is not the highest end type of NVIDIA GTX machine, but it gets the job done. So depending on what goes on here, I actually might have to skip ahead of the video, but I'm going to keep it running here. I'm hoping that the amount of pauses they're going to be doing. I really hope the amount of pauses that they're going to be doing, and she obviously cut to skip ahead, that hopefully when we log back in the workshop, I should be entirely caught up. I just think it's hilarious that it's like, blue button won't let me rewind the video. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a YouTube video. Can I actually copy the URL directly from it since it's a web interface? Oh, I can. I should just go and dump it directly into, the ripper that I have, and I did that, and that's why I have this video now. So we're literally just waiting for this whole thing to install. Now what I find interesting is that she said in her workshop to do 28 gigs, and this computer does have a ridiculous amount of memory on it, so that's not the issue. But she did have in her video 10 gigs, so I wonder what we're going to be adding to it, or if it's just literally she wants that much buffer space just in case something happens. So we're gonna find out in a moment here. Again, I hope that when we get back, we're not like right in the middle of like her like decompiling binary blobs or something like that. Because like, again, I was behind by at least like I don't know, like 5 minutes worth of material. So hopefully when we get there, we'll be mostly caught up to everybody. So this should be very fascinating to do. And I'm actually glad that I'm doing this on this machine, because my normal workhorse machine, not only can it not only do I don't have VMs installed nor nearer the amount of hard drive space or memory, but also I don't have as I learned when trying to run Exonautic during an episode of Archfile, a Linux perspective. My workhorse computer is good for like doing documents, doing mid-level programming, mid-level networking. As soon as it needs actual CPU or GPU power, like like a high-end, like a developer end, like an in-developer, like if it needs like 6 gigabytes of memory or whatever, like not hard drive space, like memory, it just completely fries. So that's something that I have learned here. And I think we're on the second to last thing, because they'll then do that. She puts the finalization, running curtain hook, all of that. See, it just hit there. And as soon as we get the copy of the logs, we should get into reboot mode, and I'll play the rest of the video and follow along. And then hopefully when we log back into our workshop, we're all caught up here. That's sort of the bane of like videos again. And now that I know that for our thing, now I can. Not only do I have this video permanently, so that if N Commander decides not to be on his show, I have now something to play during that as a backup. And also when now when I'm done with this class, if I ever want to, because we're going to wipe this machine, but now I can, I know she's going to put it on like YouTube and stuff, but now I can go back to this video to do this setup and then mess around with it. So this is neat, and now I know how to do VMware, so I'm not too scared of it anymore. We're just waiting for the security updates, and then when it copies the logs into its system, I will play the video. We don't have much left. If I can get rid of all these notifications, which I stupidly turned on, what do we have? Like 16 minus 24. We have like 8 minutes of video left. So again, hopefully when we get back to her class, because I know she's going to be pausing to make sure people get caught up, and there's probably technical difficulties. Hopefully by then we'll be able to do that. In fact, let's actually go back to here and check the chat a bit. Maybe preload something else I want to check it, like, because I think after this workshop I'm going to end the stream. So that's kind of that here. But let's see what's going on. Let's go to LobbyCon and see what's chatting over there. Let's see. Oh, we're talking about taxation and the term neoliberal. This is great. I'm shocked Jack is not in the hallway conversation right now. Oh boy, neoliberalism, Nero. These are all the buzzwords right here. Holy crap. What's going on in the random room? Hopefully it's not too much goatsy. Everyone loves a party and everyone loves lemons. If you're on D-Live, we really like lemons. Send us lemons so we can put more lemons back into the system. Sesame Street. Black magic enables puppets to coexist with humans in unnatural urban dystopia. That's a great image of Sesame Street. Smug Elmo flipped the bird to the camera. It didn't matter how much napalm these fast pigs when the FBI dropped out his cop out. He was a survivor who was going to fight. Oh, man. This is hilarious. And, of course, we're in the middle of a heat wave right now, so there's literally so much condensation on my drinking glass that, like, every time I lift it up, it pees on my knee, it pees on my mouse, and I'm not into being peed on, so that's like frustration for me right now. I'm actually going to go back to the Ultimate Guide. I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm actually going to, once it loads in, because I know that our guides take up the most amount of space here. Actually, what I'm going to do, just to make sure everything runs faster, because I can always go back to those. And you know what? I will do the lightning talk probably because we have a big lot of nothing next time. I'll do the lightning talk on our next stream tomorrow. I might either, and actually for that I can play the pre-recorded video in the stream. But yeah, let's just get some CPU resources off of here to make everything more comfortable. It was a really good. I felt I literally just winged that lightning talk. Like I had notes and stuff, but I basically winged it, and so I was actually really happy with how the lightning talk turned out. Oh, come on! See, this is why we usually also post like plain text guides on write ads, because like now our guide just doesn't want to load, because it's probably because I have the VM running and stuff like that, and the Riot's probably not helping either. But I need that open all the time. So yeah, yeah, Jesus. Okay, so hopefully now everything will properly load and I can go back to the other thing. If not, what actually might be easier to do, let's just do this. Let's go to Hope's website, because because one of the good things that Hope does is that while the information spread out might be confusing, it is not a bloated piece of crap. Unlike Medium is. We're really just on Medium because everyone else is on Medium, so we get a lot of traction there. But that's why, we often do, how our administration stupidly says alternative facts. We do alternative blogs, so that's the whole thing. Actually, it should be under attractions. There we go, and then they should have a wiki link in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna load that up this page just to get back at it. But let's go back to the video. And then, this is still, wow, this is definitely the longest part. This is why I think we could probably keep up, because it's still doing the security updates. So actually, while that security update stuff's going on, let's look at the this anarcho hacker village here. Let's risk everything. I do know that worst comes to worst, if we can't get the village to load, they did make a video tour of their virtual space. So we'll just see how this goes. Let's see. Apparently Noisebridge was technically the first anarchist hackerspace. Denominated. I was about to say, because I would doubt that, but that claim. But in terms of, I guess, you're first one to say something that works. So yeah, they're using Mozilla hubs. We're probably going to come back. Let's see. Oh, they did air a documentary yesterday. I guess they added it at the last minute. That sucks. I'll keep an eye on this page, because I know that on Thursday we're gonna check out their little their documentaries they posted here, and we'll probably stream some of those. But let's see, Mozilla hubs. Let's see, is there a difference between these two links? Nope. Let's click it and try to load. Let's check back at the virtual box. It's still installing the security update, so this is definitely the part that takes a while. I just want to see if this will work, because it didn't work last time, and I believe in this computer. I honestly, we should probably be loading this in its own tab, but I also want to get back into its own. Thing here. Let's see. Oops, I hear typing.
Hit me.
Oh, we got
And your name goes through like 17 computers a day. 1984.
We
You're
got a-
right,
we got a
man.
thing
It's
here.
a typo. Orwell's here now. He's living large. We have no
Actually
names,
gonna turn
man.
on the
No
whole
names. We
display.
are nameless.
This is a marketing holocaust. 24
So I think
hours a
we're
day
getting the
for the
audio
rest of our lives.
from the
powers that be
the anarchist village.
dumbing us to death. So, to defend
Because I thought we actually, because we have an audio file for the whole hit me thing,
dullness into
but
our
I guess not. So
thought
it's-
processes. We must learn to read,
I wonder if that's the riot that's causing problems.
to cultivate our own consciousness, our own belief system. We all need these.
This is so trippy right now.
Defend, preserve.
I hope YouTube is not freaking out because it's hearing so many audio
Welcome
samples.
to this tutorial on using the web client. My name is Slither. I have been an admin on Syndom for over 10 years and a player for longer than that. I'm a Justice, which is the highest level admin on the game, and I am also
So far it's not
the
loading.
VP
I'm gonna have to do more
operations
experiments
for
to see
Syndom,
how to
which means I
get
do
this
stuff like
properly
this.
load. But at least the audio is
Trying
working
to make
now.
the game.
So let's exit back out of this. I just wanted to test that out. Just to see what's going on here. I'm gonna mute desktop audio temporarily. So it is still downloading security updates because, as I know, the most frustrating part of doing any sort of stream here is installing operating systems, particularly Ubuntu, is to do all the security updates. Why are all the notifications now coming up in the upper left-hand corner? That's weird. So, you know what we're actually going to do? Since we need to get to the actual full install, I'm going to leave this on AFK for a couple of minutes, and we will see how far we can get with all of this. So I'm going to play some cool music and stay around, and if nothing progresses after between like 5 to 10 minutes, we'll just go back into the workshop and hang out and just listen to the rest of it. So stay tuned here. And so, finally, we can take this off and put display capture back on. Some more here. There you go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see here, we have now reached this. So we're now going to continue on with Bia's video, and hopefully when we get back in our workshop, we're not like 8 million years behind.
Finished installing, hit the Enter key to reboot your virtual machine. Then hit Enter again to remove the installation media. Now your virtual machine will reboot. But the first time it boots, it takes a little while longer.
It's like a race. Mute myself.
And now it's ready. It's going to ask you to log in. Use the username and password that you chose to set it up. Now we need to update the repository. Anything you see in orange, you need to type in.
I just remembered I muted myself. So yeah, I didn't catch that previous bit. So yeah, you should always update and upgrade on your machines. That's literally what I was doing with the parrot earlier. God, why do I have a feeling they're going to be like bulliards deep in the middle of the workshop when I get back into this, because it's just everything just takes so long. How long is it? We don't know. It's DEFCON 201. We don't know how long it is. We just know it's really big. Just updating a friend of mine here. So yeah, we're gonna do all the update stuff. It seems like it's almost done, and then we're gonna upgrade the system. I'm always nervous because every time it always reaches like 95 or like 98%. I think that's my opinion why they called it Windows 95 and 98 besides the year. It's like it always hangs there, and you're just like, you're hoping like the VM doesn't fail or anything. See, computers are a lot like they're a lot like film productions, where the joke about film productions is that you do a lot of preparation time, so you can wait, and that's what a lot of computing is like. Okay, so we're back on the terminal. So let's continue on with the video. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I think that's her typing in the update and upgrade. It's gonna do a lot, just like it did with me. I was about to laugh. That's probably the rest of the video, isn't it? It's just her upgrading and updating. That's just hilarious.
Okay, what is a repository? A repository is where software is stored on the internet. apt update, in this command, updates a list of your server virtual machines of the latest versions. Then apt upgrade upgrades the software on the computer to the latest version. Next, we're going to install Docker, but what is Docker? Docker is a
Docker's
tool
the
for
thing I hate.
creating, deploying, and running applications by using containers. Containers put together an application with all of the dependencies it needs and ships it all out in one package. So, let's install Docker. Okay, sudo apt install docker.io.
Yeah, it just hit me that her
Time to pull
machine
Juice Shop.
is way faster. Probably because even though this is a good powerhouse of a machine, I'm literally doing a live stream with live stream music, browser tabs, and VirtualBox and VLC, everything all at the same time. So that's probably why I lag behind a bit. So once this is all installed, then we're going to continue, and then again, hopefully when we go back in the workshop, I'm not horrifically behind. Here we go.
The Docker pull command downloads or pulls the Juice Shop Docker container from Docker Hub.
Yeah. These commands go by way too fast. Yeah. It's good. Darn it. There's no good way of doing this. Get out of the way, Hope Chat.
Or pulls the Juice Shop.
I think she kind of doesn't know yet how slow or fast people can actually be, especially when there's a phone falling everywhere in my lap. Because I want to make sure I don't do a typo, because typos are the bane of existence for command lines. So I just want to add this whole, I call it black minute. I think it's the best way to pronounce it. BKIMMINICH. Okay, so that was typed in properly.
Docker container from Docker Hub.
Hopefully we'll be able to beat her on this since I started it before she actually entered the command in the video. And then basically now we're set up, and then we're probably horribly late for the rest of the workshop, but at least we did this part. All I had to do was like rip I just had to rip her video directly from her workshop. So I could actually tell how fast her machine is because she's like.
Now we're going to run Docker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And considering all the types of stuff typed in, I'm actually going to pause it here so that, again, I just don't want to do any like mistakes. This is actually one of the reasons why I go crazy trying to hold on. I tried, you know, every time I have to do command line stuff on like a live stream or in person, I go absolutely goddamn bananas because, I put my phone on the floor, because I'm really like, so a lot of times my like finger skip keys or stuff like that, so, and again, you type anything in wrong, it just looks at you funny or crashes your machine, so I always want to make sure, and I think this is a double space. I think that's one space. I'm going to hear what she says in the video and then run the command.
The run command starts up your Docker container. The -p tells which port to forward into
I love
the
she's
container
explaining what the
from
command
the
lines
outside. In this case, we are using 3000. Remember that when we set it up earlier? The first 3,000 is from the outside, and the second 3,000 is for the inside.
I think I'm gonna
Of the
try to
container.
do something with those updates later. So let's run it. As one line. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Pausing the notifications. And then finally we're caught up. And I wonder how far behind we are going to be when we enter the workshop.
Now open up your web browser. Chrome works best for this application.
Okay.
And go to 127.0.0.1.
So apparently she said Chrome works the best, so we're going to be in Chrome. It's a backslash, isn't it? Because I'm dumb. No, it's a colon. Okay. Making sure. DEFCON 201. No, it's a colon. Let's see the rest of the video here, because maybe she's typing more stuff.
3,000. And
That's the way it should look. Did I type in something wrong? Let's find out. See, let's go back at Docker. It says 3,000. 127.0.0.1, right? Just like this. 127.0.0.1. And apparently it now does not want to work. Funny enough, I wonder if I enter this in Firefox, would it work? I will laugh if it does. Huh? Works in Firefox. Oh, I know why. Because she's saying Chrome or Chromium. I'm using Google Chrome. That means whatever features in there is not available. So ironically enough, I actually have to do this in Firefox. So that's honestly kind of hilarious. I keep forgetting that I'm not using just normal Chrome. I'm using a high security level of Chrome with all the Google stuff stripped out of it, which means none of that stuff works. So yay! I think that's the end of her video here.
bam! There is your Juice Shop web page, running on Docker inside your virtual machine. The 127.0.0.1 is your machine's loopback address. That basically tells the web browser to look at your machine for the website. 3000 is the port we are forwarding from outside the virtual machine to inside the virtual machine and all the way into your Docker container. Now, take some time to explore Juice Shop. Just poke around, try buying something, make a fake account, just poke around and see what you can do. And we'll be back for the next session after a short break.
Okay, so I guess this is a multi-video part series, so that's good to know. Now I can actually get rid of display capture and just turn on the website stuff. So we are going to actually poke around and then rejoin the workshop here. So let's see, I'm actually going to save this page. The OSU Okay. So cap account, login, not yet customer, which should really just say sign up. I'm actually going to create an account here, but I'm going to do that. Actually, you know what? Let me just see if this actually blanks out passwords. Not that we really need it because we're just doing a test example on the local network. But yeah, provided that there's no like confirm, I'm just going to use our normal way to contact us. And then it's a weak password, but it gets the job done. Classic security question. Gonna do that. And even though I shouldn't care, I'm just trying to do good practices. This is where I'm actually gonna hide this to do the actual security question. It'd probably be honestly easy to guess because again we're just using this for testing purposes. So yeah, let's go and turn back the this. Let's log in. So we're in. And we're in here. We're in this juice shop. I like this artwork. This reminds me of like 8th grade. Let's see. I like bananas. So it's just add because you know long phallic objects in my mouth. And trading cards. What is this, Pokemon? Oh well, I'll add a super rare one. I don't even know if I have enough like fake money for this. So we're gonna go in there. Check out. You have to add an address. Jesus Christ. Ah, this is like so doxing. Dear Lord, you know what? Just for this, I'm just gonna go back in the workshop. We're just gonna keep that in baskets and see how the workshop's progressing. Oh, this is the other video.
And pick a name.
So you know what we're gonna do, right?
And a card
I'm gonna actually show you how I got around that.
And a card number. The 5th, a year.
So unfortunately, Rip doesn't want to do it, and we don't have any security on here, so you're gonna see a crap ton of pop-ups. But there's a website that's called Click Converter. See, pop up, because I haven't added any security stuff. Actually, you know what I can do real quick? Just for the stream. I'm going to be a proper boy, because I can always disable these later. And of course, I probably typed it wrong. There we go. Let's switch it to dark mode. Let's just add some base security so you can see how we mitigate all these pop-ups. So we already have Firefox. So we're going to add uBlock, HTTPS everywhere, decentralized. We're not going to do clear URLs for R. I normally add this, but we don't need this for now. I'm going to add Snowflake just because. We're going to do e-tags. We're not going to do anything with cookie delete.
And now we'll pay and order.
No privacy badge on here. I don't know why they got rid of it, but I can easily.
Let's check out our order summary now.
Actually do.
Print out order.
I can get it directly from here.
What's this?
Let's see.
FTP.
So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back
Remove this and see what we
and
can find.
I'm going to mute the tab. And we're going to install these proper add-ons that I will probably later on disable. And you're going to now not see any more of those annoying pop-ups. Should have done this a while ago. And I'm going to have to re-add these all again anyhow, just because this machine's going to get wiped. But I just want to show you, like, this is how you do base protection. You just go to privacytools.io and you read the instructions, and everything is just happy, hunky-dory. This tracks injecting scripts. Snowflake actually has a use because not only does it set up like a pass-through Tor node, but it also if it's running and you don't want WebRTC running, that will prevent that. And there's way more security I could do on this browser. I often teach people, and that was actually going to be a workshop for Hope. I'm going to actually ask to see if they have any space for that. If not, I'll do it on Radio Statler about how to do like actual security with your Firefox browser, because as we recently found out with Brave and things like that, Firefox is the only browser that will actually allow you to modify it a crap ton in order to do proper security. So now that that's happened, we're going to continue. See how it got rid of that pop-up. and we'll wait for the conversion. This one should work. If not, we'll reload it. Actually, because of the stuff in there, I am going to have to reload it. So let's go back in. Add that URL. We're going to lose the MP4. It's going to check. Let's do this at the highest definition we can. We're going to start. And now it's just going to rip it. It's going to probably take a minute. Oh no, we're doing illegal things on Twitch. I don't care. These are free videos anyhow. I just find it easier. I could probably go directly to the YouTube itself, but I just find this more fun. Gonna check my phone real quick while I do this. I'm definitely gonna eat the rest of that salad. Because I need the energy to work out. This is taking, maybe it's because I did the highest res, but this is actually taking longer than I thought it is. So I guess we'll go through this. It seems like most of hers is, because they did ask that for the workshops that you pre-recorded. So I wanted to personally do mine, but I said there's an echo in your voice, yes. The reason is because I have the desktop audio on. That should close that, because before we were playing videos, I'm going to have to screen share again just for that. But yeah, so we're currently ripping this clip, and then from what I understand with Bia's thing, we just follow this, and basically her workshop's done. So that will be neat. And of course we have our, which you can't see right now, but we have our virtual box running this sort of system here. So her video is running, but we're way behind. So I'm just gonna play the video like as a video. So we're gonna download this video. I'm gonna put it. Let's see. Save file. Come on, load. Or did it already download? It already downloaded. All right. So I just have to figure out what folder it's in. I think it just goes directly to downloads. Yeah, it just went directly to downloads. I'm actually going to cut and paste this into videos because it's easier to remember. So there we go. And now I'm going to take off the Hope 2020 thing. We're going to turn back on display capture. And I'm going to go back to here, and we're going to load the next video and follow along. I can't believe I hacked Bia in order to make this work. This is just bizarre. I blame Hope for this.
Hi skeletons and their owners, it's me, Bia Scilab, and today we're going to be exploring OWASP Juice Shop. So let's get right into it. First off, why do you want to even learn this? Well, if you learn cross-site scripting, you can use it for bug bounties, CTFs, and during penetration tests. But remember, don't hack anything you don't own or have permission to hack. Let's start by just exploring Juice Shop. Click around, see what you can find, and create a fake account. But remember to use a fake email because it's not a real website. Now that you've gone through, created a fake email, we're going to find the scoreboard. Since OWASP Juice Shop is a giant CTF, of course there has to be a scoreboard, but it's hidden. So see if you can find it. In a few minutes, I'll give you a hint.
We're gonna follow Bia's advice here. I went to a video. It's a Sesame Street thing. That's what happened. All right, so customer feedback. Let's click around. Hope it's not in checkout. There's a lorem ipsum for this. Look at all this. Look at this. This is all distorted. This looks like the Twitter hack right now. There's OWASP FLAC. That's all their stuff in here. There's a press kit. There's an MD file. I'm gonna put a feather in that later. Because I don't have a markup viewer right now. I should probably add one. Oh, I already did that again. It's a photo wall. Tracked on a scoreboard. I can't get rid of the. Let's actually go to the account page. Orders and payment. I have a digital wallet. That's weird. Why can't I get rid of it? The JavaScript code. Client-side Java in the source tab for queues. Okay. Let's go back to the main website here. This is like, because, you know, I'm not like the most elite hacker out there, so bear with me if I'm really slow. If anyone in chat can guess it, let me know. And I should probably turn off the desktop for this for echo. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to have to learn how to switch back and forth on this. So let's see. So runtime, polyfill. Basically, it told us to look through the client-side JavaScript here, which I'm going to attempt to do, provided that I have enough brain power to do it, because apparently that will allow us to find the scoreboard. Oh dear God, this goes on forever. Ah! Are they all like this? Oh dear Lord. Jack's doing his weird singing humming right now. I'm gonna ask pretty print. I'm gonna find that thing again. Let's see. Scoreboard, as I said. Seems like this widget is broken. Client-side JavaScript code. Okay. Let's see if I can even search in any of these. Just gonna click other tabs just in case. Now I'm curious, because I don't mind getting B as advice. I'm just like, I think it's floating in front of me because I'm about to try this in a moment. Well, someone else wants to give me a hint that I haven't seen yet. Wait, that one was capitalized. So I'm gonna be a noob and we're gonna try both of these. We'll try this variant. Let's close. So all it did, what you heard was Jack scrambling out the door. And then we're going to choose a different variant where, oh, no, that's not what I want. Where this part is capitalized. So it just brings back the same shop. Let's keep going with this. Let's reset here. So that was the main ES, so we already went through there. Let's look at the polyfill one. I'm probably way overcomplicating this or just overlooking something really stupid. So there's no matches in here. Let's try doing the runtime. If not, I will go back and I will bleed my eyes trying to read the other JavaScript. Because why does it have to be JavaScript? Ooh, that's interesting. Because I'm just curious. I just want to see if any of these will bring any of these up. Nope. There is a score in there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to Juice, and there is a proper scoreboard. Let's copy the source in it. See how that loads. If it loads anything, really. This is incorrect contents fetch, please reload. No, it's just the same source over again. I'm just going to accept those cookies. So if I think if what their hint says is correct, then their source is in the main JavaScript here, because it's not in any of the others. And this hurts my eyes because it's so much JavaScript. So 7 message for the space world. Let's see. Tutorial find I wonder if it has to actually do with the checkout system. Well, this is making my eyes bleed. I'm just going to let Bia be superior and tell me where it is, possibly.
Good. Try to guess the URL. That's called enumeration. This can be automated with hacking tools like Durbusters. Or you could look at the page source code by going to the dots menu, more tools, developers tools, and then go into the source tab. And in a minute, I'll be walking you through the solution. And now for the solution.
Okay.
Let's do this part together.
I actually know how to do this, but I was trying to follow their crappy instructions, so. Now she's in
First-
Chrome.
She's
in Chrome. So I want to see if there's possibly equivalent. Yeah, I don't think there would be in Firefox because they're a separate thing. But I'm going to let her explain how she's going to do this.
Now that we're in the Sources tab,
Oh, where this is just.
let's click on this little button
Sources.
so we can make it readable.
Oh, that's a feature I guess is missing from Firefox. Or I just didn't click on it. There we go. It should be easier now. To some degree. I want to hear more what she has to say.
Next, we'll press Control F for find and type in score.
So. Because I did this before, but it was really hard to read, so I'm probably being pig-headed and missing something.
After that, look for the fourth score, and it should.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I on the same thing? Let's type in a more specific thing. What was that in the video? App. Not APT. I'm still stuck in command line. Okay, that should be it. Yeah, type in selectors. It just doesn't do the pretty index thing that Google does.
Should say path, semicolon, double quote, score dashboard, double quote.
Okay. So. Should be a path and component. There we go.
Oh. This is interesting.
I saw that before.
Scoreboard pond. Now that we know where scoreboard is, we go up to the top.
Oh, it's a dash. That's what was throwing me off. I thought there was only two variants. I think it's because I typed. That's why I typed in all word score instead of scoreboard. So I typed in scoreboard as one word. I should have just did score and just bit the bullet on everything. See if that brings anything up. Unless I'm supposed to put other stuff there.
And right there, we type in score dashboard.
It didn't load. Score. Board. Huh. Although, let me look at the URL. Okay. Let's do some formatting. Maybe that's what's off. Because again, she did say Google Chrome, so I'm kind of cheating here because we don't have the right type of Chrome. Here it is. That's what it was. It is weird formatting. That's why I couldn't find it. That was cool.
And ta-da! You found a scoreboard. Congratulations.
Yay, we are elite hacksaws.
Now that we've found the scoreboard, let's explore it. Some challenges have a little graduate cap next to them. That leads you to an interactive walkthrough so you can learn at home. But let's do the privacy policy challenge together.
Okay.
Great, you are logged in. Now open the account. Menu. So let's open this up. Open the privacy and security submenu and click privacy policy.
Okay.
Let's click on that. Super easy. Yep, you successfully solved a challenge. Privacy policy. Okay, it shows their privacy policies. Got that. And that's it.
Oh, cool.
So as you can tell, the walkthroughs are super easy. Often, developers accidentally leave files exposed to the internet. These files can contain sensitive data, so let's buy something.
Okay. This part I think I might let pay because I'm not going to
First, we need to click on OWASP Juice Shop over here. And let's buy some banana juice. I don't even know how they make banana juice, but
I do.
We'll try it out.
Make it every day.
Now we'll go to
It's
our
not an
basket
innuendo for once.
and check out. We'll add a new address and pick a country. The US. We'll add just a fake name. We'll add a fake number, a zip code, an address like Sesame Street.
I'm actually going to just make this full screen in the meantime because I'm definitely going to go back and explore through here.
And then a city and a state. We'll submit that.
And
We'll
I'm
select
gonna
our address.
make it so you can hear her.
We'll continue.
Oh, shoot.
Pick a name. And a card number. We'll pick a month, the 5th, a year, and submit. We'll choose this credit card and continue. And now we'll pay and order. Ta-da! Let's check out our order summary now. Print out order. What's this? FTP. Let's remove this and see what we can find. Seems to be some files. What's this? Acquisitions MD. We'll click on that. This document is confidential. Do not distribute. Wow. I guess we found their secret files. Now if we go back to OWASP Juice Shop, we'll see that we won! That was pretty cool. But let's try a new type of attack called cross-site scripting. What is cross-site scripting, you may ask? OWASP describes cross-site scripting as cross-site scripting attacks are a type of injection in which malicious scripts are injected into otherwise trusted websites. Cross-site scripting attacks occur when an attacker uses a web application to send malicious code, generally in the form of a browser-side script, to a different end user. Flaws that allow these attacks to succeed are quite widespread and occur anywhere a web application uses input from a user within the output it generates, without validating or encoding it. To put all of what I just said more simply, I'll give you a little example. Let's say you are Alice, and there is a website you want to attack, so you can find out all of the users' real names and passwords. Inside of your profile questionnaire, you put in, "I love cats, they're so cute," to the question, "What is your favorite animal?" Then, you put in your cross-site scripting attack, as shown in orange here. You may be thinking that people are going to go on her profile and see the attack, but the corner braces make it so that the browser hides the code. This script leads the unsuspecting victim to Alice's evil site, where it steals their authentication cookies. There are 3 different types of cross-site scripting. There's DOM cross-site scripting, reflected, and stored cross-site scripting. First off, we have DOM cross-site scripting. DOM stands for Document Object Model. DOM cross-site scripting is possible if the web application writes data without proper synthetization. Now, let's test to see if we can try a DOM cross-site scripting attack. First, over here, we'll search for OWASP. Then this will pop up. Now, let's try searching for corner brace H1, corner brace OWASP. The H1 is a HTML tag for a heading. And after you press enter, you'll see the results just show OWASP, meaning that the page processed the HTML tag. That also means that we can try a real attack. Now, let's try an iframe DOM cross-site scripting attack. In the search bar, we're going to search for corner brace, iframe space, src, =, double quote, JavaScript, colon, alert, parenthesis, single quote, cross-site scripting, single quote, parentheses, and double quote, and then another corner brace. After we press enter, you'll get an alert that says cross-site scripting. And there you go. You just solved another challenge. Thanks everyone for following along, and I hope that you continue to try more challenges on OWASP Juice Shop. Bye bye!
And it seems like there's a little bit of video left. So yeah, that was her workshop as far as I can tell. Let's go back to here. Yeah, they already went into the other workshop, I believe. So she actually have them at a lessons page. I don't know why I'm getting a repeated mic here. Find out. It's probably because it's trying to use my microphone. That's why, yeah. For the reverb was from her workshop. So yeah, this is the Girls for Hack website, so now she has them directly on her page itself. So this was kind of funny because basically we had to, like, her workshop was honestly pretty good. I thought that was really neat, and I thought it was a great intro stuff. And besides, like, I think she needs to spend like a minute or so waiting on people, or say, you know, pause the video here and then come back when it looks like this, so that way people take more of their own time, which is hard to do in this type of workshop environment that Hope has set up. I thought that was actually a pretty good workshop for a beginner's CTF thing. I'm definitely going to explore this OWASP juice stuff. The only thing that drives me crazy again was how Hope set it up, meaning I couldn't stop and then do things and follow along. She's the only one who has control over that, so she couldn't do an actual proper workshop where she could properly start and continue. So what we ended up having to do was our own hack, where we ripped the 2 YouTube videos and then explored this on our own. I'm not going to do the cross-scripting thing because I just wrote that there. If you want to follow along, I guess you can go to girlswhohack.com/lessons. And yeah, that's pretty much what our live stream is. I'm going to go to Hope's, where is this? I'm gonna go to the Hope schedule. I'm gonna go to their website, and we're going to see when it finally loads the schedule for tomorrow, so I can tell you what tomorrow's probably gonna look like. So there's a whole lot of nothing going on. Depending on the timing, let's check. Because nothing really starts until 2. You know what I'll do? I'm actually gonna I'm gonna personally go to the lockpicking during this time, and try to do a recording. It's not gonna be a broadcast, just a recording, so I can use it for Master of Unlocking, which is gonna happen this Sunday. But I think tomorrow at because there's not really much here, at like 1:50, I'll be on the stream. We'll watch this keynote. Let's see what's here. There's not really much going on here. So basically, since tomorrow's so boring, you're probably going to see the keynote tomorrow. If I remember correctly, this keynote, she's the woman who works for Data for Black Lives. She's really awesome. I've been speaking to her. I originally was trying to get her for DEFCON 2.1 stuff, but she was really busy with Hope, which is how I found out that she was doing stuff at Hope. We'll watch the keynote, and that will be, and then we'll more explore. I'm going to do tests now. I'll try to get the Anarchist Village running. We'll visit Radio Statler again tomorrow. Someday during this week, maybe on like one of the later days, we'll check the RF Village and Dim Sum Labs. I just want to see. So I'm definitely doing the Cobalt CTF. I don't know if I'm going to start the Cobalt CTF like right at the beginning at 9 a.m. I might, but I'll figure that out on the day. And that lasts basically all the way to the keynote. Let's see if there's anything else going on. So we're going to watch the keynote there. And let's see. We'll probably get into the phishing attacks tutorial thing here. And watching how you fight COVID with botnets, which is actually about the folding at home, which we actually have our own folding at home team for. If I remember correctly, DEFCON 201, Corona. Should bring that up hopefully in the search engine, especially since it's Google. So let's see here. I'll just go to our Medium blog. Okay, guys, I see. I really need to like eat and stuff, because you probably have never really heard me yawn on here. But yeah, we also have guides for Hope 2020 with Ultimate Hacker Summer Camp. I think tomorrow, because tomorrow's so boring, we might check out some RightsCon stuff. Although I think most of their stuff happens on Thursday. I have to double check that. So let's go back in time, because we posted this a while ago. It's actually been a while since we posted this. That means this other page is going to have to load. Let's check the stuff for the Hacker Summer Camp stuff. My eyes are drooping. I'm like, ah! So let's see. Yeah, most of this happens on the 30th, which I believe is a Thursday. Yeah, a Thursday. Oh, there's one thing on the Wednesday. We might see that, depending on how Wednesday goes. And it just reloaded me to the top. So yeah, Wednesday, 11:15. And July 30th. Let's see, 11:15. I'm gonna be doing the COBOL thing then. Let's see. 11:15 would be here. We might go in 11 and check that out. I'll make sure to announce it on our social media when we actually go live for this. But I really think tomorrow's going to be really boring. We're probably just going to see... Maybe I'll save the recording of the RightsCon thing, and we'll do that, and then go in the keynote, and then you can see me work out and do all that type of stuff. And we'll explore, like, the Anarchist Village and Radio Statler more. But, yeah, on Wednesday, I don't know what we're doing before. We're going to see part of the COBOL CTF. Then we'll have some time to fart around. We'll check Radio Statler out. Maybe this is when we'll check out the Dim Sum Village. We'll watch the keynote. We'll check out the website phishing and the COVID-19, and then afterwards we might then check Dim Sum Labs if they're not open yet. Let's see, Thursday. What are we doing Thursday? Keynote, Tiffany Rad. I'm super excited about that. I will definitely want to watch when cops get hacked. And then we'll do some stuff in between, and we might last long enough to see the intro to locksmithing, which will be neat. Now, again, we'll check out Radio Statler and possibly anything from Cyberpunk Film Festival. Eventually, we're going to see one of these like performance shows or concerts, basically. On Friday, let's see, we have the Keynote. We're also going to be in and out of the Python plus Telnet thing going on. When the Keynote is going on, we might watch that afterwards because it might be a pre-recorded video. Let's see. Oh, this is probably when we will do the lockpicking village again, possibly. We'll see. Oh no, after that we're gonna watch the extraterrestrials. That's what we'll do Friday. And then Saturday we'll do the Ask the EFF, which will lead into this Keynote. And we'll explore some other things, maybe get some opinions on here. I think this is also the night of the video game hacking, or is that Friday night? No, Friday is the video game hacking. Huh. Depending on how far everything goes on with password cracking and stuff, we might get all the way to there, but I doubt that. That's like at midnight. Although that would easily go into the DJ set here by DJ Spock. Then there's a Hackers Got Talent that happens all night. And then Sunday, we're gonna we might do machine learning for everyone, but we're definitely doing the Keynote, the other lightning talks. We might last on to the background scene. I hope we're gonna probably stay on until Radio Statler actually closes, and yeah, that will be our thing. But just note that tomorrow on Tuesday, our main thing is we're gonna go into the Keynote. We might air our RightsCon talk before that. Again, we're kind of playing this by ear, and then you might see me work out. No, we're not going to work out on Tuesday. I forgot about that. I'm working out after this stream. So, no, we're going to watch the Keynote, and then we're going to try to check out the Anarchist Village and Radio Statler. Wrong thing. And then, we're going to do things the other day. So, each day, Wednesday actually itself, let's see, that's when we might actually check out the Dim Sum Labs. And then Thursday is when we should honestly probably check out the, after Cubes, we'll check out the RF Village. We'll see if we can get that running. And actually, if we check out the RF Village, that will probably be enough time to get into the intro of locksmithing. And then the extraterrestrial thing on Friday. Saturday, actually, we'll probably get into most of the lockpicking stuff before the Keynote. And then we'll probably do all of these together, even though I'm going to try to view this independently myself. And then Sunday, Keynote, lightning talks. We might get to down here, but let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically, when this ends, that's when Master of Unlocking happens. So we probably won't get to this point, but we'll at least see the lightning talks. And check Radio Statler until it closes. So yeah, just note, Tuesday, show up, if I remember correctly, at, I'm going to be on at 1:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do the Keynote and check out the Anarchist Village and Radio Statler tomorrow. So I hope to see you then. I'm going to go back to here. That was our viewing of Hope. Sorry it had to be broken down in 2 parts, but because of the way we were doing the lightning talk, I wanted to make sure everything worked with that. Again, we are DEFCON 201. We meet third Friday of every month in Jersey City, New Jersey. We've been live streaming not only our monthly meetups, but also various shows. On Wednesday, hopefully Hackall and Commander will come back, but we'll see. Regardless, you can check us at defcon21.org. That's the URL before. You can also check our social media on all of this side next to our logo. DEFCON201NJ on Twitter, DEFCON201, just that, on Instagram and GitHub. We also have our own Onion, which is too long to spell. I'll probably bring up in the Tor browser later on. We also have a Mastodon, which is DEFCON201 at Hostux, SOSTUX.social. So you can follow us on Mastodon there. Regardless, you're going to see me at 1:50 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. It's been DEFCON 201. I'm Side Pocket. I'm one of the co-founders of DEFCON 201. Dirty Jersey represent, hack the planet, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Hope shenanigans. Peace.